Hello, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm not cooking, at least yet anyway. I am decorating for Christmas and I'm decorating my kitchen tray. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that this sits on my counter the majority of the time. And I love to change it out with the seasons and just create different decor. And today I thought I would bring you along with me. I have no idea what this is gonna look like at the end. So we are just gonna wing it and see how it turns out. Now, in decorating, you always want to create different visual levels. And the rule of decorating is that you have three. That's why when you go shopping, let's say for a set of candles and different things, you'll usually see a set of three and they're at different heights, and that's to intrigue us and to create some interest. And there's a few things that I always keep in my tray. And by the way, let me just tell you about this tray. As a matter of fact, let me just show it to you. This is something that is very near and dear to my heart. And honestly, I wish I didn't cover up the best part. But this was given to me by a group of ladies in Houston that I used to go to church with. And when I decided to move back to Alabama, they gave this to me as a parting gift. And on it, you can see that it says, "It is well with my soul." This is probably one of my most prized possessions because of the meaning of this. And I absolutely love it. And I love, even though you might not be able to see it's well with my soul, I know that it's there and it's a blessing to me. So you can find all kinds of inexpensive trays at TJ Maxx, Hobby Lobby, Home Goods, even Ross or Burke's. Believe it or not, I find a lot of good deals at Burke's. If you don't know what that is, you'll just have to Google it, but it's basically like a TJ Maxx on a different scale. Little less high end, but you can find really good deals there. So you can find a tray easily now for $10 and it will be beautiful. Now I'm going to put these things back in. It's just something, I love this cake stand. Many of you have asked me about this. And I got this in a little gift shop right outside of Houston, probably over 20 years ago. And it was expensive, y'all. It's not a cheap piece of glass, and how it survived all of these years is an absolute miracle. But I love it. It's extra tall for those big layer cakes. But really, I very seldom put a cake in this. I usually use it for decor, like I'm doing today. And it's just pretty to me. I just like it. So these are things that pretty much stay in this tray at all times. Now I am going to start building the bottom, and I'm taking some greenery, and this is just that cheap greenery that you can find even at the dollar store. I have found this stuff for 25 cents a piece at the end of the season. That is the time to shop. So look for those deals at the end of the season. And I like to start with just a little bit of this greenery. It's going to create a base for us. And really, we don't need much. A little bit will do. And I'm just going to fluff this up. And let's see, let's get a piece here. Look how that is already transforming this. I just love doing little things like this. They don't have to be expensive. You can create all kinds of just fun little things that look nice without putting a lot of money in it. Now I'm going to put one more right here. And since this stuff, since this stuff bends, I'm just going to kind of bend it around a little bit and see how that goes. Ah, looks good. And I need one more in the center of this just for filler. And let's see, there we go. I think creating a little bit of a winter wonderland there. And now I have some pine cones. Annabelle and I went pine cone hunting over the Thanksgiving holiday, and we didn't decorate these, but we are going to decorate the ones that we collected. And I just get gold and silver paint. You can use spray paint, but spray paint and children do not mix. I can tell you that from experience. So we just paint the cones with whatever colors. I like gold and silver. I just like to keep it traditional. So that's what I'm using. And I'll just put one here and there. This one's kind of pretty, so I'll put that there. And I think that's all I'm going to use right now. I'll go back to that. I want to show you something else before I finish filling this, because I may use this, and I'll definitely use it either in my cabinets. I don't have any cookies for this beautiful jar that was given to me many years ago by a dear friend. And I want to create color in this, and I can put color in my cabinets. That's for another day, but this was in my tray, so I thought, well, why not go ahead and just decorate it a little bit. I buy these small little Christmas balls. Again, you can find them at the dollar store. I think they're like $2 a box. And I'm going to put a few of those in there. And I have these tiny little pine cones. I love these. And I want to put those just a little bit on the side so that we can see those. And in that goes a few more at the top. And two more pine cones. There we go. And look, you have got something that looks festive and not a lot of money. Just use what you have and just create that color and that little bit of sparkle in your home. Now, I could put this right here, and I might, but for now, let's see. I'll let it hang out right here. Now, I want to do something with these candles. So, let me see here. I'm going to take a couple more of these. Like I said, when I see these at the end of the season, I buy them up. These are perfect for decorating all kinds of spaces. And I'm going to, let's see, turn this into a circle. There we go. And see what I've got here? Got a nice little circle. So let's start with this one. I need to replace these candles. That looks good. And just pop that candle right back in the middle. Not too bad. I need to work with that just a little bit. But now, before I do, I am going to go ahead and put another one on my second candle. Okay, I have no idea what that looks like on your end, but this is the beginning. Once I'm finished just building, I'll go back and fluff it and we'll see where we're at. Now, I've got my cake stand, and I usually keep one of these in here when I'm building decor like I am right now, because it gives everything a place to stick, if that makes sense. And by the way, I know that they make little candle things that are already made, but gosh, this is so inexpensive, and I think it looks better than some of those pre-made things. Now, got one more of these, and honestly, I think one is probably going to be enough. And just give it some, show it some love. We're going to cover some of that underneath, so I'll worry about that later. Now, these are my favorite. These are just little picks, and I have all sorts of them. Again, this is something that I buy at the end of the season. Hobby Lobby has these. A lot of times they'll be like $1.25 when you can catch them 50% off. And they're just wonderful to decorate with. So, so pretty. I think I'm going to use another. Let's see. I want some red in this, so a little bit of that around. This is something Annabelle made. I made napkin rings a few years ago, and she took them and made something of her own. And I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but you know what? For nostalgia, I am just going to put this right in. Why not? This is not something that you really want to be perfect. It's just a little of this and a little of that, and just creates that perfect little touch. Got some holly leaves. And you know what? I've got this really pretty pick right here, and I think that I'll just put that right in the middle. Looks good. Like I said, I may do some changing. This one in the back. Don't want to forget about the back. We see it too. And I've got a few more of these little Christmas balls. I love getting these. They're just super inexpensive, and another little pine cone. I'll put my lid back on that I need to clean very carefully. And there we go. I think that looks pretty good. And I do need to clean this, and I will. Let's see here. Let's give this a little color. I've got another pick, and I'm just going to put this right in here. I like it. And I think I've got one more like that. Let's see. Yeah, I do. And I'll put this one here. Now, before I start filling in our greenery and just making it sparkle a little bit, I want to figure out what I want to use to create my third level. And I can use this, or I have this, and I do love this. You see, look at that. I love anything with a red bird in it. Actually, I love anything with a bird. I have birds all over my house. I love them. And let's see how this looks. I'm kind of thinking I like that. Especially at night, these lights are just going to hit all the sparkle that I have, and it'll make it even prettier. Now, I've got more of these little picks, and I'm just going to put them throughout. Let's see. That looks pretty. You know, I'll tell you what. I need something red too. It's too much gold. I have a lot of this. This is that, I don't know what this is called. If you know the name of it, then please post it in the comments. I use this as filler in my trees. It picks up the light beautifully. Whenever I have just a little empty spot, I'll poke some of this ribbon in there. I cut it in just maybe 6-inch pieces and just put it in there. But I do think that this needs a little bit of red. And this is going to add a little bit of sparkle. This stuff is very inexpensive and I use it from year to year. I just put them all in a bag and stuff all those strips in there, and then when I'm ready to decorate, I just pull them out. So now let's see how this is going to look. Oh, that's much better. That's much better. It's not so one-dimensional. Let's see what else I've got. Ooh, I've got some more of this. So I think I'll tie this in over here. Some more sparkly, because in my opinion, you cannot have enough sparkle. Okay, I've got one more that I think I want to put right here. And I like that touch of gold. And what do you think? I need to come around and help it. See it from your end. Oh, yikes. Okay, this needs to be turned. And I'm going to put this poinsettia right here. Give it a little bit more red. There we go. I've got my Christmas tray ready to go. Now, I will say, if you tune in to my videos throughout the month of December, you'll probably see this changed up a lot. If I make cookies, I will take this out and, of course, wash it and fill it with Christmas cookies and put it here. And I'll probably tweak something here or there or change it. Definitely cleaning that. But this says Christmas. I'll put a little bit over my clock. And by the way, so many of y'all have asked me about that clock. Believe it or not, it doesn't get very dirty. Of course, I spray it with glass cleaner and wipe it. But, you know, it does really well, surprisingly well. I usually only use these front burners and it just doesn't get that dirty. So I like it there. I've tried to find different things to put there and my husband keeps saying, nope, I want the clock. Nope, I want the clock. And I can't tell you how many comments I've gotten that say, why do you have a clock over your stove? Well, because I like it. That's why. And it doesn't even keep good time. It's an hour off and I can't get those little things to stay where they're supposed to stay, but I still like it. Okay, well, I am rambling now, but I hope that I've inspired you to just go grab a few things and make your house a little festive for the year. It's easy to do. So that's my last little tip of decorating for right now. Tune back in so you can find more things. And I will say that on my website, KathySouthernKitchen.com, no apostrophe, just KathySouthernKitchen.com. It is a work in progress, but I'm having so much fun with it. And make sure that you follow me at Kathy Southern Kitchen on Facebook and YouTube. Like this video and share it with your friends. Share the love, the Christmas spirit. Oh, you are a blessing to me. Well, I think my tweaking is about to begin. I'm going to just spruce this a little bit more. And I will see you next time.